we decided to expand on the idea of roaming into the rural and less tourist-traveled remote areas of St. Lucia, like we did on our ATV tour. We went on long, island-spanning Dune Buggy tours this time. It took us even farther away from civilization. We drove so far into the wilds of St. Lucia that there were very, very few tourists. And then it seemed there were no tourists anywhere present at all. We were very much alone with our tour guides. Finally, we were on the beach, where Tiny was able to drive his dune buggy. He went wild, driving in donuts. He spun his car in circles as he did. He drove fast, and he jumped off beach dunes in excitement. He pulled off all sorts of stunts, like turning hard, throwing the car into a sliding drift sideways, and wild things like insanely driving even on two wheels. He even spun around in a 180-degree reversal in an on-the-spot, spin-on-a-dime rotation in a driving move that is known as the bootlegger's reverse. Tiny was a professional pro driver, even in a dune buggy for recreation. Taylor, she was a monster on the beach, testing her extreme driving skills on the beach and its dunes. Driving her dune buggy insanely, totally crazy dune driving everywhere. Katie and Bob, they seemed to shed their safety-minded conservative demeanors as they sped with thrill all over in their respective dune buggies of excitement. Katie seemed nervous though, but was having a good time. She zipped around on the beach and occasionally drove up the side of a dune in thrill. Bob tried hard to race his dune buggy and jump off as many beach sand dunes as he could before the tour guides called us back to move on. Ever the guardian, I drove in the rear of the pack as I watched everyone for their safety and for their enjoyment, of course. Having left the beach, we saw the real squalid lifestyle led by the normal native residents of St. Lucia, as opposed to the wealthy outsiders coming to St. Lucia and buying up all the land and real estate and building their own, now closed off, private estates and mansions.